Good evening, students. Today we will deal with chapter number 10, part 2, physics, that is light. Earlier I have given part 1 in which I discussed characteristics of plane mirror as well as spherical mirrors in detail. Please watch that. And before going further, I would like to say that like, share and subscribe my channel as well as videos so as to spread knowledge. Now today's topic is image formation by spherical mirrors through ray diagrams. First thing is that why do we make ray diagram? Why ray diagrams are useful to study image formation in the spherical mirrors? You know that spherical mirrors are of two types, concave mirror as well as convex mirror. Ray diagram are possible in that case. Even in plane mirror they are possible, but they are more prominent in convex mirror as well as concave mirror because of the property of divergence and convergence in them. Now a ray diagram, one of the useful tool is frequently used to depict this idea is a ray diagram. Ray diagram is diagram that traces the path that light takes in order for a person to view a point on the image of an object. So on the diagram, rays are drawn from the incident ray and the reflected ray. So it's a big tool for the formation of image. And what we do is we select rays coming from the object as a incident ray and a reflected ray, and we make diagram and we can easily depict where the image will be formed, what will be the size of the image, what will be the nature of the image. That is possible with the help of these ray diagrams. Now next topic is that there are certain rules for obtaining images. So as to obtain that image and various characteristics in the concave mirror or convex mirror, we need to follow some rules. I would like to show you one diagram here. Now it is a concave mirror, as you can see here. It's a concave mirror and before which a source of light is placed. Light is coming is here and an object is placed here. Now this red arrow is an object which is placed just before it. This object may be a candle, this may be a tube light, this may be a chair, maybe a non-luminous object or luminous object. So light is being reflected from this source and that is going and that is falling on the reflecting surface of the concave mirror. As you can see in this diagram, there are number of rays which are projecting out of the object. That might make you confused where the image will be formed. Right. Now we have many points here from where the object can be placed. One is that at a very large distance, that is at the infinity, just like sun. Or another is beyond C, as we have already seen that C is the center of curvature and F is the focus and O is the pole of the concave mirror. Now object can be placed beyond C, it can be placed at C, it can be placed between C and F, at F, or between C, F and O. So there are various places where the object can be placed and image can be obtained out of it. So we can select 6 places where the convergence can be shown by the concave mirror. But you know, large number of rays are not at all required. For the clarity and formation of the image through ray diagram, we need only and only two rays so as to make the image. Okay, now let us see by placing the object at these points how can we get the image. Now first, there are certain rules, kids, we have to follow that. First rule is that the ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror passes through its focus after reflection from the mirror. So if you select such a ray which is parallel to the principal axis, always reflect it at the surface of concave mirror and passes through the focus present on the principal axis. Second is that a ray of light which is passing through the focus of a concave mirror is reflected back, making the same angle with the principal axis. So it is just opposite to the previous one, that a ray which is passing through the focus will be reflected back from the concave mirror and after reflection it goes parallel to the principal axis. Okay, now third one is that rule number 3 is that you can also select such a ray which is incident at the pole of the concave mirror and is reflected back, making the same angle with the principal axis, just like this one. This is an incident ray and a reflected ray. Now angle of incidence should be equal to angle of reflection here. This can also be selected. Now fourth rule is that a ray of light passing through the center of curvature on a concave mirror retraces its path back. One point, another point is the center of curvature. You can pass a ray through center of curvature also, but you have to show two arrows. One is a reflection, another is incident, another is reflection arrow, because this point is at 90 degree to that of this spherical mirror, and once ray passes through the 90 degree angle, it retraces its path back. So whatsoever be the incident ray, so will be the reflected ray out of it. So these four options are with us, and we can select two options to make a ray diagram. You can select any two options out of the above so as to make the object. What else you need to know is where you are placing the object and where the image should be formed. That knowledge should be with you. Now next one is that rule for obtaining images formed by the convex mirror. You know that kids, a convex mirror is a diverging mirror. It diverges the ray, it spreads the rays. Okay, when an object is placed in front of a concave mirror, an image is certainly formed. The image is formed when at least two rays intersect. Only two rays are selected to maintain clarity in the formation of ray diagram, as we have already discussed. Let us see some of the rules for the formation of ray diagram in convex mirror. Now this is a convex mirror on which the bulging surface is a reflecting surface. Okay, in all of them, bulging surface is the reflecting one. Now first is that a ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of the convex mirror passes through its focus after the reflection. But certainly this ray is striking the bulging surface and is dispersed out. It is being diverged out. Now when you put it back, when you draw it back, this ray, this will pass through the focus. So that's why what we are saying that a ray which is going parallel to the principal axis will pass through the focus. Second is that a ray of light which is passing through the focus of a convex mirror is reflected back, making the same angle. Now next thing is that if you project a ray which is projecting toward the focus of the convex mirror, will be diverged out and will go parallel to that of the principal axis. This is a next principle or rule which will be followed. So you can select any of the ray for the formation of the image. Next one is a ray of light which is incident at the pole of a convex mirror is reflected back, making the same angle with the principal axis. So this is angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Certainly they will be equal, and it is focused at the pole. Rule number 4. A ray of light passing through the center of curvature on a convex mirror retraces its path. It strikes the convex mirror at right angle to the surface, due to which angle of incidence and reflection, they are 0 degrees. Now if you look here kids, you can find that a ray is passing through the center of curvature. Now this is passing through the center of curvature as such, and this retraces its path back again, just like the concave mirror. Now let us see how can we make, by following these rules, how can we make various ray diagrams with the help of concave mirror. Okay, first is that when the object is placed at infinity. Now before going further, I would like to show you one diagram kids. Now this is a concave mirror on which the inner concave or curved in surface is a reflecting surface. This is a principal axis. You already know that this is a pole, focus, center of curvature. So what we are having right now, the major points are P, F and C. Okay, so that's why we can make 6 diagrams out of it. First we will take when the object is at infinity, very far off. Second is beyond C. Third point is at C. Fourth point is between C and F. Fifth point is at F. Sixth point is between F and P. So these are the 6 points where we can keep our object in the upright position. Let us see first one where we have kept our object at infinity. Now look at the real diagram in which the object is placed just like sun, which is at infinity very far off from us. Light is coming from it, and after coming up to us, all the rays become parallel. They are supposed to be parallel when they come toward us. Now these parallel rays, they strike the concave reflector, concave mirror at all the point and will be converged, and they will be converged at one point, that is focus. Now you can see that at focus we have kept a cooker containing food so as to warm it up, because all the rays which are coming from the sun, they are collected together at that point and their energy becomes more. Now let us see how can we depict it in the form of a ray diagram. Now in this ray diagram, you will take a concave mirror, you will make a principal axis and then mark all the points on it. Now this is an object. A and B is a object which is upright. A mean arrow and B mean base. So this is an object. Now only two rays we have selected here. One is going up in the parallel form, another is down in the parallel form to the principal axis. Once it strike the mirror, this will pass through the focus, but certainly you will pass this right angle to the from the center of curvature, because you know that center of curvature is at a 90 degree. That is a normal in that case of a spherical mirror. Before going further, you should also check that I should be equal to R. With the help of a compass, you should measure that these two angles should be equal. Only then your focal point will be there. Okay, so this is the first point by which we can draw the diagram. Of course, M and N is the aperture of the concave mirror. Now let us see next diagram when we have placed our object beyond C. That is not at infinity but quite far away from us. That situation is there. Now in that case, as you can see a real diagram, a girl is looking at herself. She has kept this spoon at a far distance and looking at her image, which is inverted and real, and this is small in size. Okay, so this is when she has kept herself beyond C. Now let us see how this diagram can be formed. Now this is a concave mirror. Of course all the points are same. C, F and P is there. Object is placed beyond C. After C, A, B, upright. Now we have selected only two rays. One is always fixed, that is going parallel. This is going parallel and then passing through the focus. Second ray we can select here, we have selected here, is passing through the center of curvature. So this ray is passing through the center of curvature and retracing its path back because it's at a 90 degree. Now reflect it up to the mirror. Don't leave it in between, but reflect it up to the mirror. When you will see that this will cut at this point. Okay, now this is an image which is formed. The point where they will cut each other, an image will be formed that will be placed here, but this will be inverted. That is A dash, B dash. Okay, arrow head is on this side and base is upright. So in that case, this is a real inverted and small image will be formed when we place an image, when we place an object beyond C. This is second one. Now you must be knowing what is our third position, that is when we place it at the center of curvature. The image formed will be again at the center of curvature. This is very interesting example, kids, which will help you to identify in various cases. If numerical form is given to you, you can easily identify. Let us see a real example first, then we'll move to the diagram. Now in this case, this is our screen where the image will be formed. This is image which is real and inverted. Object candle is there and concave mirror is placed just before it. Now if you look at here, we have placed it at a center of curvature. Now what you get here is a candle image which is of the same size as that of the candle. Object size and image size, they are equal, but they are inverted and real. Okay, reason because we have placed it at the center of curvature. Now let us see how has it been formed. Again the same terms we have used, but we have placed our object at C. AB is our object. This time we have selected two rays. One is of course constant, that is going parallel to the principal axis and passing through the focus. This time we cannot select an array passing through the center of curvature because object itself is placed at center of curvature. So therefore we should go for the next option, that is object is the ray is passing through the focus. This is passing through the focus, striking the concave mirror and then going parallel to the principal axis after striking it. Now you can see that the ray which is coming by the first reflection and the second reflection, they cut at this point. That is why our image will be formed here. A dash B dash is our image, which is inverted, real, and one thing very important, that they are of the same size. Size of object and size of image is same. Position of object and position of image is also same. So that is very important one when we are asked to find out what is the focus. Okay, because if you know the center of curvature, what is the center of curvature, with the hint you can easily find out focus of that concave mirror. Now let us go further. You know that when object is placed between center of curvature and focus, we have come one step ahead. Okay, now let us see what is there if we place it in the center at this place. Now let us see first of all this real-time example where we have taken this object near to that of the concave mirror, that is between center of curvature and focus. Now you can see this image is obtained at the screen. This is of course real inverted, but is of the big size. Okay, you must have observed that when we have kept candle here, the object and image were of equal size. When we have taken it closer to the this concave mirror, the size of image is become, that is more. Okay, so as you get the object near to that of the concave mirror, size of the image become more enlarged and enlarged. Okay, let us see what is happening here. Now in this case, this is a concave mirror and principal axis, of course P, F and C are same, and this time we have kept our object at this position, that is between F and C. Object AB is placed. First option of course is a ray is going parallel to the principal axis. After reflecting at the surface of the mirror, this will pass through the principal focus. Okay, second option is that from the head of the object we have placed second incident ray, that is on the center of curvature where reflection and incidence has happened together. Okay, so now this is projected back and at this position they cut each other. These two rays, first and second, they cut each other, so the object image will be formed here in the form of A dash B dash, as we have seen right now as inverted candle was there. Now this is again real inverted but an enlarged image this time. Now the size of the image is increasing as we are taking object near to that of the concave mirror. Now next one is that when the object is placed at the focus. Now next one, when object is placed at the focus AB, first ray is going parallel and then passing through the focus, second is through the center of curvature and reflected back. But the thing is that these two rays, first and second, they are parallel to each other, they never meet each other, they go parallel to each other. Now this is of a very important application for us kids. Now where we are using it as a reflector in our light. In case of a reflector, we generally keep our bulb at focus so that light after reflecting from the surface goes parallel to each other. Now you can see some of the rays, they are parallel to each other, and another set of rays, they are parallel to each other. So you can get light of this reflector at a large distance, that is up to infinity, and these reflectors are placed in headlights or of our cars or in vehicles. Okay, Now next one is that when an object is placed in between focus and pole. This is the last option we have. This is the nearest point when we have placed it between focus and the pole. Now if you look here first at the real time images. Now if you look here, this candle we have placed very close to the concave mirror, very close to the mirror. Now this time image is not at all formed on the sheet. This is formed itself on the concave mirror, and this image is virtually erect and is highly magnified. So similarly we have designed such images like face mirrors, where we keep this concave mirror very near to our face and our face will be enlarged. Similarly makeup mirror, we can easily see that they form enlarged images. Now let us study a ray diagram of it when we have placed our object between F and B. Okay, now this AB is our object. First ray is passing through the pole and is reflected at the same angle. So angle IR is equal to angle R. Now this time option is different. Second option we have selected is it is passing through center of curvature and retraces its path back. But you can easily see that here the gap between these two rays is very narrow. But as you go beyond this gap increases. Now if you take it back, these rays back, you will find that they are meeting at this position and forming an image as A dash and B dash. Now I have placed this arrow upright and image arrow is upright also, because image formed is erect and virtual and is highly magnified. You can see that image is almost double the size that of the object. Okay, so this is used as a practical application for the formation of shaving mirror or a makeup mirror, as an image is formed is like this. Okay, so these were the 6 points where we have kept. Let us summarize it. First is that position of the object, position of the object and position of image, size of image and nature of the image. First we have kept kids at infinity, beyond C, at C, between C and F, at F and between F and B. These are the 6 points which we have selected. Now if you look at the position at infinity, image was formed at focus. If it was beyond C, image was formed between F and C. If it was at center of curvature, image was formed at center of curvature. Between C and F, the image was formed beyond C. At F, at infinity, and between F and B, it was behind the mirror. But one thing very interesting is that the image size goes on increasing. As you can see, it is highly diminished at this position, but it become diminished, smaller, then of same size, then enlarged, then highly enlarged, then again highly enlarged. Okay, so as you take your object near to that of the concave mirror, like candle you are bringing near to the concave mirror, the size of the image changes, that is from the highly diminished to the highly enlarged. And this also changes from the real and inverted in all these cases to the virtual and erect image. Okay, so this is one thing very interesting about it. And we have exploited, as I have shown you, we have exploited these positions for our benefit also. Right, now one thing I would like to tell you for remembering this one, of course you should know these 6 points, but you can see that if our object was at infinity, image was formed at F. This is just opposite to that of it, that when an object was placed at focus, image was formed at infinity, just opposite to each other, that is 1 and 5. Now if you look at 2 and 4, they are also opposite to each other, that if you place an object beyond C, image formed is C and F, or if you place an object between C and F, your image will be formed beyond C. They are just opposite to each other. Okay, and another one is that if you place it at center of curvature, of course image will be formed at a center of curvature of same size and real and inverted, which is not difficult to be remembered. And sixth position, which is exceptionally totally different, is between F and P, where behind the image mirror image will be formed, that it will be highly enlarged, virtual and erect, and we use it for the shaving mirror as well as for the makeup mirror. Now image formation by convex mirror. Let us see. Students, you know that convex mirror is a diverging mirror. Because of convergence of the concave mirror, we got 6 diagrams there. But in convex mirror, since it is a diverging mirror, we are able to get only 2 diagrams here. Because whatsoever be the position of the object, we are going to get the same image, same type of image. First is that when the object is placed at infinity, so one ray is coming parallel to the principal axis, another is also principal axis, and then it will be diverged out. Then it will be diverged out. So they will meet at the focus. Okay. Now next one is that when object is placed at a finite distance from the mirror. Suppose an object is not at infinity, but that it is at a finite distance. Certainly we are going to get virtual image in that case. Let us see what is there in the real time. If you can see here, this is a convex mirror. We have kept a candle just before it. Now what is the image formed here is virtual and erect and is of the small size. Okay, so this is because of the divergence property. Now this is one mirror where we get very clear image which is smaller in size, virtual and erect, and let us see how ray diagram is formed in this case. We have taken this as a convex mirror, reflecting surface of convex mirror. This is an object which is upright, arrow and base. One ray is going parallel and then it is reflected back, and this is passing through the focus, of course. Okay, so this ray which is diverged out will pass through the focus, take care of it. And second ray which is going out of the head will pass directly through the center of curvature, which is at a double the distance that of the focus. So take this distance as a double, and one ray is passing straight out of from the head. These two rays, first and second, they will cut at this point where the image will be formed, which will be virtual, erect and of the same size. Now you know that such kind of situation is also exploited. Where we exploit it, we use it as a rear view mirror in cars, as we have already noticed in the last topic, that is part 1, that rear view mirror is used in case of our car mirrors. Now let us see summary. In nutshell, concave mirror form all type of images, real and inverted, real and virtual. It produces inverted and upright images also. Images may be very small, small or enlarged. These conditions are used to make various uses just because of property of convergence. On the other hand, convex mirror forms only virtual and erect image, whatsoever be the position of the object. Image formed is always diminished or small in size due to the property of divergence in case of convex mirrors. Even this condition is useful for practical applications. Okay, so we can get finally what I would like to say, that we get virtual and erect image in all the cases. Plane mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror, the differences in their characteristic. Students, let us see some of the question for you. First question is, I have selected for you which mirrors are used as a concave mirror or convex mirror: shaving mirror, car head mirror, searchlight mirror, driving mirror, dentist inspection mirror, torch mirror, staircase mirror, in double-decker bus, makeup mirror, solar furnace mirror, satellite TV dish, shop security mirror. So select, try to find out yourself. Okay, by looking at the various diagrams I have shown you, try to find it out. Next is question number 2. How will you distinguish between plane mirror, concave and convex mirror without touching them? So if you keep it on a holder and you have to find out which is a plane mirror, which is a concave and convex mirror, try to find out through their virtual images. Okay, because plane mirror, you know that gives a virtual erect and of same size image. Concave mirror gives you virtual erect and enlarged image, whereas convex mirror gives you virtual erect and diminished images. Okay, now next question is that the diagram show the appearance of a fork when placed in front and close to the two mirrors A and B. Which one is convex? Of course, you can easily identify which is concave mirror and convex mirror, and you can also give answer to it either with the help of a ray diagram or with explanation part. Question number 4. The diagram shows a dish antenna which is used to receive television signal from a satellite. The antenna or signal detector is fixed in front of the curved dish. First is, what is the purpose of this dish? Okay, and should it be concave or convex? Of course, its shape tells you what kind of surface is it, and why antenna is placed so at this point only, because it's a focus. It's a focus to it, and rest of you can easily identify that which kind of curved dish is it. Is it concave or convex, and why is it so, and why antenna is placed at this place. You can easily link these questions with the ray diagrams. Try to find it yourself and solve it. Enjoy these ray diagrams, and one thing I would like to tell you that you should draw these ray diagrams yourself after learning from this module. Okay, next one is question number 5. A man standing in front of a special mirror find his image having a very small head, a fat body, and legs of normal size. What is the shape of the top part of mirror, middle part, and bottom part of the mirror? Give reason for your choice. So find out nature of these mirrors. One thing keep in mind, that your image should be very small, with very small head, body should be fat, and legs should be of normal size. So find out what kind of mirror you will use here. Question number 6. Two big mirrors A and B, they are fitted side by side on a wall. A man is standing at such a distance from the wall that he can see the erect image of his face in both the mirrors. When the man starts walking toward the mirror, he finds that the size of his face in mirror A goes on increasing, but in size in B mirror remains the same. So what kind of image is it, and what kind of mirror are A and B? So try to find it yourself. So enjoy these questions. Along with that, draw ray diagrams also. Okay, and finally, thank you very much, and share, like my with this video, and share it with other ones also. Thank you very much.